Jessie Jane Duff is a retired gunnery sergeant for the U.S. Marine Corps and serves on the advisory committee for Concerned Veterans for America. It's nice to have you on the program, Jessie. Let's just take this bit by bit because we need to understand exactly what some of these headlines mean. So when Iran says they're going to shoot some satellites into orbit, is that just for space exploration? What does that really mean?
I think we'd be naive to think that they're doing any space exploration. Not only that, the drones that they have now, they clearly stated in their media that they can go deep into Tel Aviv. So this is something of deep concern, and I think the United States needs to get up and speak out against this.
In the meantime, we saw Israel, again, sort of quietly posting this video of what they say is a practicing of long-range missions, maybe refueling midair. Why does that seem like an important headline that we should pay attention to?
It's obvious that Israel is making a statement to Iran. For Iran to use their state-run media to post these extreme military images, Israel has to defend itself. It cannot sit back and wait for the U.S. to take a stand, because the U.S. has obviously not done that. This administration has stayed quiet. There has been no reporting by this. So what we have to see is that Israel has to make a statement that they will not be bullied by anyone, particularly Iran.
Interestingly enough, next week is a meeting with Iran, the talks restarting, if you will, over the nuclear program. What do you make of the timing of all of these headlines? We were just recently talking about this meeting at the UN and maybe some softening of the rhetoric. What do you make of these actions that have followed?
Well, I have to agree with Prime Minister Netanyahu that they are a wolf in sheep's clothing. They will pull the wool over the international people's eyes. And that, I do think, is a clear example when the state-run media basically snubs its nose at all of us and proclaims, look at our military capability. We cannot ignore this threat. So to go into peace talks, I think that they're basically stalling us while they proceed with their nuclear program.
Do you think they're bluffing at all? Because we've been accused of bluffing, right? Israel's been accused of bluffing, that we won't really attack. Do you think Iran is doing the same thing?
I don't think there's any bluffing going on at all. I think that Iran is very serious what they will do. I think that we've proven that they have the nuclear capability. And Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, for the past 3 years, has been saying to the UN over and over again, this is a worse threat than North Korea. And nobody seems to be listening to him. He feels like his back is up against a wall.
You know, we've talked to a lot of policy experts, and I know we're talking a little bit about policy as well. And Jessie, it's great to talk to someone that has the background that you do with the military. And I'm just curious, within circles of conversations with other veterans as well, you know, what do they think about our decisions as a country and whether or not this issue with Iran will hit a certain point where there's going to be some sort of military intervention?
I think most veterans feel right now a lot of uncertainty with this administration. It's been a complete fiasco from Egypt to Syria. The threat to go to war, over 1,200 people that were in chemical warfare in Syria, yet we've done nothing to defend Israel. We in the military understand that Israel is a valid ally and somebody that has proven itself to be by our side time and time again. So I think this uncertainty does not demonstrate a strong leadership from this administration, and it's getting very difficult for all of the military to understand what direction we are taking.
We're going to keep watching the headlines. Again, big meeting next week. Jessie, great to see you. Look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna.